वंदे मातरम बच्चों। लास्ट वीडियो में वी हैव सीन दैट कि व्हाट इज द फंक्शन और व्हाई डू वी नीड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन फॉर एनी कंट्री। ठीक है, नाउ दिस इज द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ दिस फर्स्ट चैप्टर, दैट इज इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन नेटवर्क, एंड दैट इज द सेकंड फर्स्ट चैप्टर इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, why and how. Okay, why and how. So we have find the answer for the why question in previous video. Now we will try to find out the answer for this question in this video. In this video lecture we will cover two things. Number two thing is we will cover the two topics, and that is authority of Indian Constitution. Means after such a long period of time, 71 years are passing till we have adopted our constitution, but still the same constitution is functional, and the whole country even today is governed by the same constitution that was made or that was adopted by Indian people or Indian Constituent Assembly on 25th January 1950, when they put the signature on that. That is other thing. But how this authority is being maintained by this constitution? Because if you see, go through the various constitution of the world, okay, we will find that they have changed their constitution many a times. And the second thing, we will try to understand the formation of Constituent Assembly, because this was an important task, a foremost task for making the Constitution of India. Okay, so first we will try to find out the answer for this question, that is authority of Indian Constitution. So there are three ways, or why we means ki if you think of Russian Constitution, so Russian Constitution has changed many times. Even after February Revolution took place, okay, they had a constitution for their country, and in after October Revolution they had new constitution. When this you can say government change, or when you can say Joseph Stalin came to the power, he again changed the constitution, he made certain changes in it. And then in 1991, when the USSR was disintegrated, Russia had a new constitution for it, and it is still. You can take example of Belgium. You have studied about Belgium, the small European country, in class 10, power sharing. Okay, in that country you have seen that from the period of 1973 or 1970 to 1990, means within the period of 20 years, approximate 20 years, they changed their constitution 4 times. 4 times they changed their constitution, and that is to adjust the ethnicity of Belgium. But if we talk about our constitution, it was implemented in 1950, or you can say officially we adopted our constitution on 26th January 1950, and now we are moving in 2021, means that you can see that 71 years are passing, okay, and we still have the same constitution. Okay, मीन्स 70-75 साल के करीब होने जा रहा है और हम लोग उसी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को अपना के रखे हैं. तो देयर मस्ट बी मीन्स आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मस्ट हैव दैट अथॉरिटी that still we are adopting the same constitution. So there are the 3 main things from which our constitution gets its authority. Okay, 3 main things are there. So first of all, among these 3 main things is the mode of promulgation. Mode of promulgation. Okay. Promulgation is the means process or action through which this constitution came into being, or the process which was adopted by the constitution makers to framed this constitution. As you think, if you will think that the Constituent Assembly, or we might be knowing or not, but we should know that the member of Constituent Assembly was not directly elected by the people. They were not directly elected by the people. I mean, they were indirectly elected, and some were nominated and some were joined this. We will study this thing in this topic. Okay, but means they were not directly representing the people. I mean, they were indirectly elected by the state assembly and all this thing. So how means the people, they are not directly representing people. So what? There were the chances, like if you think of leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, okay, Mr. or you can say Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, can you think of these leaders? These leaders have incapacity to impose their idea. Although he was not a member of Constituent Assembly, but his ideas were driving the many leaders of Constituent Assembly. Okay, so but if you think of these leaders, they have the capacity to change or to impose the thing that they thought of. If he was thinking of social, you can say social equality and all these things, or you can say he was of socialist idea, so he could impose that idea. Mahatma Gandhi, although he was not the member, but his voice was very powerful in that Constituent Assembly. Even वो अगर कह दें तो Constituent Assembly को मानना ही मानना था उनकी बातों को. And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, you know that the Deputy Prime Minister and the Home Minister, and who has taken the task of unity and integration of the country, or he was also considered as the Iron Man of India because of the troublesome job that he accomplished, and that is the unification of princely state or integration of princely state into Indian Union. Okay? And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, you know that he was the chairman of drafting committee. Means writing of constitution, editing of constitution was clearly in his hand. So his idea was also very important. He was representing the oppressed class section of India. So these all people have the capacity to influence the Constituent Assembly. But now here comes the mode of promulgation. Means the way in which they work. They took action. What the course of action they decided. ठीक है, तो इन लोगों ने क्या किया, किस तरह से इन्होंने अपनी बातों को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन असेंबली के पास रखा, थोपना नहीं चाहा. ओके, मीन्स ये जो भी कुछ कहते थे, मीन दो whatever he wanted to say or whatever he wanted to be implemented in constitution, okay, he just put forward in front of Constituent Assembly. वो Constituent Assembly के सामने रख देते थे. And same way he also, his voice came to this Constituent Assembly. So in this way, Constituent Assembly collectively discuss the things, deliberated every way of whatever they're thinking. They were discussed in Constituent Assembly, and they never tried to surpass, or you can say superimpose the decisions of Constituent Assembly. लेकिन उन्होंने कभी ऐसी कोशिश ही नहीं की थी. पावरफुल लीडर थे, आप याद रखिएगा, कि वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली के डिसीजन को सरपास करें या उसको ओवर रूल करें. तो दैट वाज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, और दैट इज द वे इन विच द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली डिसाइडेड द थिंग्स. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ओनली वी इंडियंस फील दैट कि आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज बीन मेड not by a few leaders, but by whole people of the country. That's why it is represented, we the people of India. इन्होंने कभी ये नहीं कहा we the member of Constituent Assembly. We the people of India means हम भारत के लोग इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को इनैक्ट अडॉप्टेड ऑल दिस थिंग. ठीक, तो ये काम करने का तरीका था. दैट वाज द कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन बिकॉज ऑफ विच द अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज स्टिल हैविंग दैट सेम वैल्यू. वी नेवर थिंक ऑफ चेंजिंग आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. हम कभी भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को पूरा का पूरा बदलने की कोशिश कभी नहीं करते, कभी भी नहीं सोचते. कभी आवाज ऐसी आई नहीं, कभी नहीं आई. नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, सेकंड थिंग. ठीक है, नाउ सेकंड वे इन विच द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन गेट्स इट्स अथॉरिटी, और यू कैन से द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया दे स्टिल हैव फेथ इन दिस इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज substantive provision. Substantive provision for all sections of society. Okay? Means we know that Indian society or India was full of diversity. Means people belonging to different religion, speaking different languages, following different cultures, traditions, and so many diversities were there. Means geographical regions were also there. Means Himalayan region, plateau region, plain region, desert region, and coastal region. So many diversity was there in Indian constitution, in Indian society. Okay, but this Indian constitution represent each and every section of society. Substantive provision means there is something for everyone. Something for everyone means every section of society. इस समाज के हर लोगों के लिए, चाहे वो गरीब हो, अमीर हो, हिंदू हो, मुस्लिम हो, सिख हो, तमिल हो, तेलुगु हो, बंगाली हो, ना कोई भी हो, उनके लिए कुछ ना कुछ इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मौजूद है, जिससे कि वो दे आर एबल टू अटैच देमसेल्फ विद दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ठीक है, जिसकी वजह से ये आज भी अपने आप को इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से जुड़ा हुआ महसूस करते हैं. अदरवाइज अगर ऐसा नहीं होता, यू जस्ट थिंक, अगर ऐसा नहीं होता मीन द पीपल डोंट हैव प्रोविजन फॉर देयर सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी, तो व्हाई डू दे हैव बिलीव और व्हाई दे हैव गिवन अथॉरिटी टू दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? नेवर. सो दे बिलीव इन दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और दे हैव गिवन अथॉरिटी टू दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बिकॉज इट हैज सम और अदर थिंग फॉर देम. उनके लिए कुछ ना कुछ उसमें मौजूद है. आप किसी भी सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी को उठाइए, चाहे माइनॉरिटी उठाइए, चाहे ऑप्रेस सेक्शन उठाइए, चाहे लिंग्विस्टिक माइनॉरिटी उठाइए, चाहे कल्चरल माइनॉरिटी उठाइए, वट एवर यू विल पिक अप, you will find there is a provision for that section or diversity in this Indian constitution. That is the vast representation of society in this constitution. I hope you understand this point also. Now the third thing, the third point for which the Indian constitution is getting its authority, okay, is the third thing is balance, institutional design. If you remember, you have studied about this in class 9th also. Okay, but maybe you may not be remembering that, but let us recall that thing, how there is a balance in institution. Means if you talk about government, it has three major institutions. There are three major institutions of this government. Okay, legislative, executive and judiciary. Okay. Now, these all are the organs of government. These are the different institutions of the government. Means government work is based on the functioning of these institutions. Now, how it is balanced? How it is balanced? Executive, you know that executive is of course, is one of the most powerful of all these three. But in India, the constitutional provision never give chance to executive to be autocratic. इसको ऑटोक्रेटिक होने का चांस नहीं मिलता है, जबकि इसके पास पावर इतने ज़्यादा होते हैं, बिकॉज यू नो दैट की ऑल पावर आर गिवन इन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दैट इज टू बी यूज्ड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट आर एक्सरसाइज इन एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस बाय दिस एग्जीक्यूटिव. ठीक है, ये एग्जीक्यूटिव जिसमें आपके पीएम एंड काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स होते हैं. ठीक है, काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स. तो दीज two organ, or you can say executive, becomes very powerful. But suppose if it try to make any law which violates the fundamental right of citizen, then judiciary is there. Judiciary can check the constitutional aspect of that law and has power. Judiciary has power to nullify that law if it is unconstitutional. Okay, all action taken by executive has to be passed by legislative. Means executive जो भी फैसले लेती है उसको उसे legislative में पास कराना होता है. You know that the लोकसभा and राज्यसभा, कोई भी कानून, कोई भी इनका एक्शन बिना यहाँ से पास हुए और बिना प्रेसिडेंट के साइन हुए, ठीक है, अगर प्रेसिडेंट साइन नहीं करेगा तो वो लॉर्ड के इनके पास नहीं आएगा. ठीक है, वॉट एवर द प्लानिंग एंड पॉलिसी दे डिसाइड, दे गिव इट टू लेजिस्लेटिव फॉर डिस्कशन. दे डिस्कस एंड पास दैट थिंग, एंड व्हेन दे पास when both of them pass, then it reaches to president for his assent, and then only that could be implemented in that country. और अगर इसके बाद भी, पास होने के बाद भी, if something has gone wrong, then judiciary is there, because people can move directly to Supreme Court if there is violation of people's right, or you can say the fundamental rights. Okay, Article 32 enables the judiciary to restrict that law which violates the fundamental rights of the citizens, and also it also give right to court to pass writs, or you can say court orders to the government officer or the executive to implement certain things, or to you can say remove certain things. ठीक है, ये जुडिशरी. तो इसमें यू कैन सी कोई भी, अब जुडिशरी अगर मनमानी करे, मान लो जुडिशरी मनमानी करती है, हम इनके बारे में डिटेल में अभी ये 3 चैप्टर्स दे विल कम सेपरेटली, लेजिस्लेटिव, एग्जीक्यूटिव एंड जुडिशरी. दीज आर द 3 डिफरेंट चैप्टर ऑफ दिस सेम बुक. ठीक है, बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल में यहाँ ना समझ के हम लोग इसको वहाँ समझेंगे. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मीन्स इफ ट्राई जस्ट टेक एन अदर एग्जाम्पल, इफ जुडिशरी ट्राई टू डू एनीथिंग, मतलब कोई जज अपनी मनमानी करना चाहे और वो अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली मीन्स कि अपने अधिकारों का दुरुपयोग करे, मीन्स ही मिसयूजेस हिज पावर, देन legislative is there. Then legislative is there. It has right to pass no confidence motion against the judicial judge. इनके खिलाफ जो है no confidence motion can be passed by this Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and that judge could be removed from his post after president's absence. Okay. तो इन दिस में कोई भी लेजिस्लेटिव भी मनमानी नहीं करती है. लेजिस्लेटिव को रोकने के लिए अगेन कोई कानून पास हुआ तो जुडिशरी है चेक करते हैं. दिस इज, यू कैन से, अ परफेक्ट बैलेंस ऑफ डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट देयर आर सेवरल अदर इंडिपेंडेंट बॉडीज लाइक इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया, विमेंस कमीशन, Mahila Ayog, Election Commission of India, State Election Commission is also there. Okay, Mahila Ayog, Bal Ayog, Children Commission, Children and Women Welfare Commission, इस तरह का अलग से. तो their Minority Commission is also there. Minority and Oppressed Class Commission. ठीक है. तो ये कमीशन दे ऑल्सो वर्क इंडिपेंडेंटली. अगर इन लोगों ने देखा दे विल लुक आफ्टर देयर ओन पार्ट, मीन्स वीमेन कमीशन है तो वो वीमेन से रिलेटेड लॉ कानून इन्हीं को चेक करेगा. ठीक है. अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया है तो वो रजिस्ट्रेशन के ऐसे कानून को ही देखेगा जो उसके अगेंस्ट जाता है. बट तो कहने का मतलब ये लोग भी इंडिपेंडेंटली काम करते हैं एंड दे ट्राई टू एस्टैब्लिश बैलेंस अमंग दीज इंस्टीट्यूशन अपार्ट फ्रॉम देम. तो इस तरह वी कैन सी द बैलेंस इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिजाइन इन इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, इसी की वजह से यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई वी हैव फुल faith in this 71-year-old constitution. I hope you understand all these three things. Now we have to discuss the second point of this lecture, and that is how the Constituent Assembly, because we know that